I always find it interesting when I take out the garbage and recycling bins to look up and down the street, and I find that everybody in the neighborhood has done the same thing. I know we all think about recycling, but I really wonder if people just do it without thinking about it. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about recycling, but focus on the recycling of paper and paperboard, and again, the whys and hows. This knowledge is great for those new creatives out there who don't understand why it is important to use both recycled fiber and virgin fiber. Again, the whys and hows. So stick with me. I'm Jim Kohler, the print and paper guy. So let's get by that logo screen and get into paper recycling. You know, recycling paper is widely recognized as a beneficial practice for the environment. By reusing paper fibers, we reduce the need for raw materials. I know you are thinking, but the use of paper is killing trees, but that is far from the truth. Recycling paper actually reduces the need for raw materials like trees, but more on that later. It is estimated that recycling 1 ton of paper saves approximately 17 trees, 7,000 gallons of water, and over 4,000 kilowatt hours of electricity. It also reduces greenhouse gas emissions, as decomposing paper in landfills releases methane, a potent contributor to climate change. And the best thing is, recycling paper uses less energy and water than producing new paper from trees takes, thereby lowering the overall environmental footprint of the paper industry. Now, let me talk about a balance of using recycled and virgin fiber. The use of virgin fiber, or new wood pulp, also has environmental merits, especially when sourced from sustainable, managed forests, which is very important for the sustainability of our forest. You know, most paper producers follow certification standards such as those set by the Forest Stewardship Council, or FSC, or Sustainable Forestry Initiative, or SFI, ensuring that forests are not only preserved, but actively managed for long-term health. You know, trees are a renewable resource, and managed forestry supports biodiversity, prevents soil erosion, and maintains ecosystems. Virgin fiber is necessary for maintaining sustainability of the forest, but also for paper quality as well, particularly in products requiring high strength, for example, as recycled fibers degrade after repeated uses. I have been asked, how many times can you use recycled fibers in paper? And I have learned about 7 times, really depending upon the grade of paper being produced. This is why most recycled papers contain up to 30% recycled fiber. You know, International Paper several years ago produced a 100% recycled fiber paper called Incentive 100. Unfortunately, it was not bright white, and while there were tricks printers could do in prepress to make the print look brighter, but the grade eventually was sadly discontinued. Well, you know, what people say they want and what they really do are 2 different things. Remember the Edsel? So while the use of recycled paper is important, the use of virgin pulp sustains forest economies, helping to incentivize those landowners to maintain forests rather than convert them to agriculture or development. So what is the recycling rates among glass, metal, and paper? Well, paper and paperboard are by far one of the most recycled. About 68% of paper and paperboard are recycled, making it one of the most successfully recycled materials. Roughly 31% of glass containers are recycled, though the rate can vary by region due to local collection and sorting systems. I know people probably think this percentage should be a lot higher for plastic, but only around 9% of plastic waste is recycled, largely due to the complexity and contamination of plastics. Aluminum cans have a recycling rate of around approximately 50%, while steel, including tin cans, is recycled around 70%. By the way, plastic bags, sacks, and wraps are recycled at a rate of about 10%. This is why many stores or laws are eliminating them. Turns out, a study just published in the Journal of Science, this being July 2025, The study's authors found that in places with plastic bag bans, volunteers at shoreline cleanups collected 25 to 47% fewer plastic bags as a total fraction of items collected, compared to places with no plastic bag policies. This is a good start on eliminating plastic bags. So it looks like paper, paperboard, and steel filed by aluminum are the winners in the recycling game so far. There is a lot more I could discuss about recycled fiber or paper, but I'll save that for another Print and Paper Guy episode. So, you see, both recycled and virgin fiber paper have roles to play in a balanced and sustainable paper economy. While recycling conserves resources and reduces pollution, the responsible use of virgin fiber also supports forest health and provides essential material quality. Together they contribute to a circular system that, when well managed, which all paper companies in North America do, supports both environmental goals and market needs. I know this topic was short, and I'll try to expand on it in a future episode. So if you got something out of this episode, do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, why not do it, as it doesn't cost anything. Also, hit the bell so you get notifications of all new episodes. In a future episode, I'll do an episode on why the use of paper is good for the sustainability of forests. Well, with that, I'm Jim Kohler, the Print and Paper Guy, and I hope to see you in the next Print and Paper Guy episode.